Yes, hello and welcome everyone for yet another live streaming episode. Let me just, yeah, okay. So, yes, hello and welcome everyone for yet another live streaming sessions uh, by Market Insights. I suppose so. We are ready. Let's just wait for 1 minute so that everyone just joins in. Okay, yes. Hmm. So, yeah, let's begin. Hi everyone. Hi Abhijit. Hi PR Progress. I don't know who is this guy, but yeah, everyone. Today's session is going to be very interesting because the market itself has been quite interesting lately, right? We have seen chaotic ups and downs recently. Yes, welcome. Hi, ASM automation. Okay, great. I suppose robots are also joining in. Nice. So yeah, Priyanka. Oh, great. No worries. So today's basically topic is very interesting. It's a very simple, yet it has been used everywhere. Okay, in every single, I would say, almost every indicator, almost every chart it works on, and it is really interesting to know the nooks and crannies of this particular theory that we are going to do. You might have seen the topic, the name itself, right? So it is really interesting, and being so simple, such a theory being so simple, yet it helps you, in the most unimaginable ways. Okay, the most unimaginable as such. Why? Because you don't know when this particular theory will be handy for you. Okay, you consider every single aspect, you look at multiple indicators, you look at multiple news, you look at so many parameters, yet just a single indicator, and this particular theory will prove to be super profitable for many traders I've seen, right? So let's begin our session today. Just a recap from the last, what do you say, the last week. I suppose everyone has been following the markets lately, and okay. Mm. So yes, let me just share my screen right now. What we have done, what we have seen as such in the markets in the previous week. Let's get a plug on it. Let's see what happened. Okay, let's close it down a little bit. Okay, now it's visible, I suppose. Okay. Okay, yeah. So here, I suppose everybody can see my screen. Yes. Just put up a hello in the yeah. Sorry, yes in the chat box if you can see the screen. Okay. So yeah, let's just begin. So this is S&P 500. Okay, good enough. Let's see what has happened in the previous week as such. Okay. Yes. November 1st, the RBA, the ISM manufacturing PMI 50, almost 50, which is quite good, I would say, considering and looking at the macroeconomic factors. Joel job openings, again, good, good enough. Employment change, okay, this is NZD. Not to worry about this. Okay. ADP non farm employment change, 239, as higher than expected. That is 178. It was higher, almost like 50K higher than the required number, more than 50K. Uh, the estimated was 178 and it came out to be 239. Now this is not what will shock you. It will the coming news that will shock you. I'm just going to show. As expected, the federal funds rate was revised and it just moved on. 75 basis points hike for United States Federal Reserve, and it was already anticipated by the market and it was already digested by the market, so not much impact. However, in the shorter term, there was higher volatility. Next, we come on to the CPI. This is frank CPI. Okay, good enough. Okay. Then we see the GBP, right? Good enough. 75 basis point hike. Again, uh, it was anticipated by the market and it was digested as well. Short-term volatility. Next, we see services PMI was lower than the expected 55 because, as you already know, you might heard multiple times that many services sector is also letting people go. That is, they are laying off workers, isn't it? So there is a slowdown in the service industry as along with the manufacturing industry. Next, we see the most important thing that happened last week, and it was just I don't know how to express it. I don't know how to put it in words, but it was just fascinating. I would say the unemployment rate has increased. Has actually no, this one is Canadian dollar. Has increased 3.7%. Right, non-farm employment change was lowest since I suppose December. Where is it? since May 2020. What is this? Okay, this one is that. Yeah, so non-farm employment change was obviously very, very low. Okay, since May 2020, I would say this was the lowest number since June. Yeah, December. December. I was saying yeah. So December, January 2021. Since then, we haven't seen such a small number, and there was some disparity. If you dive down deeper into the actual report, then there are two reports released by the BLS, that is Bureau of Labor Statistics. One is the household report, and the next one is the establishment report. Basically, what they do is they research and they sample the households as well as establishments. So there was higher number in the establishment corner, but there was some disparities with the household survey. So that is why dollar was completely punched, and it was brutally taken down by the market. Yet another thing that we can come across, which is happening today, is the elections, which is midterm elections for the Senate in the United States. Now, a lot of things are happening in the market, and when you will see the charts, you can see the impact of it as well. Okay, okay, this one is 30-minute time frame. No worries. Okay, so this single candle, which looks like dangerous Marubozu, it took the price of the dollar index from 112 to 110, I suppose. The low was somewhere around 110.5. The close was 110.6. And it was almost 2% of the movement in one day, which is quite an amazing feat. However, we have seen lower numbers, lower time frames in the previous week. We have seen that this is a very crucial support zone area. If we can see and draw, this is all technically based identification of things. Okay, this has been an important zone for the. Okay, this one is fine, right? Okay, this one is fine now. So this kind of a zone has been very, very interesting for the market itself, right? So yes, now it's perfect. So this might be a zone for the dollar index, and we have seen that multiple times the price action came into this zone and then bounced up. But a lot of negative news is going around in the market, which says that dollar is about to reverse. It's on the peak right now, and everything will reverse right now. And a lot of factors are basically being blindsided by such people who are spreading such news. It is because all the things were leading to this particular thing. If you know what I want to say, this is basically okay. Yeah, yeah. Uh, is everybody able to? Am I audible? Is everything okay? The screen is visible. Let me just ask. Okay. Yeah. So the net is a bit slow. There is technical difficulty here. No worries. So everything was leading up to the midterm elections, and that is why the dollar was holding up till this point, and it will hold up even today. If any reversal will occur, if any, it would be later when the results are announced and when there is a proper description of what the government is going to be, what the Senate is going to be, and where we are standing from there, right? So since the start it has been an uptrend, but now it looks as if this was the accumulation phase, and the participation phase. Now it looks like a small distribution here. Okay, small distribution going on, and it was way before somebody could do anything about it. Okay, so something like that can happen in the coming future, not this long. Okay, I don't want to completely get into this. I'm not suggesting these are the levels, but this might be the scenario in the coming time, according to what is happening in the market and according to what the market is anticipating. Okay, so this is the thing for US dollar, and the same thing can be said about the S&P 500. It has been quite a wonder to look at S&P 500 and the overall stock markets as well. Okay, there was a proper mountain-like structure it has built, and now we are going down in a traditional range. But I will draw something here that will make sense more. But it is in a range, and right now it is in the middle of the range. As you can see, the daily movements have been quite cohesive, and it went down all the way, and it covered really fantastically on the day of the announcement of this particular thing, employment data, right? So it covered almost very well. This was the day, almost 1.26, 46 pips up, and this was really great for S&P 500. The next day it was green also, that is yesterday, and now we are looking at a small volatile, very less volatile candle. It is because we have not started the American session, I would say. Okay, once the American session starts, there will be higher volatility. Okay, so this can be the one of the cases. So let's get on to our main discussion, which we will have for today. Okay, yes, done. So good. Let's start for today's topic, that is the mean reversion theory. Yes, hello and welcome everyone. So many highs here I've seen right now. No worries. Okay. Okay, I suppose everybody can see this particular thing. All right. Just put in, if you can see the screen right now. I suppose everyone can see the screen. Yes, voila. So let's start. Today's topic obviously is mean reversion. So mean is basically, we will get into it very systematically, and its applications where we can apply this particular theory. And trust me when I say this, mean reversion is very important from the perspective of trading, as well as from the perspective of understanding the markets as well. Okay. Okay. Hmm. So mean reversion, what we will do today is what's in the average, why average is important, why we are understanding this particular thing, that is also important. Why to study is the question that you must ask before you start studying. Obviously not study as in study the school, but study the markets. Okay, so why you need to study the average, why you need to be looking at the average multiple times when you are understanding the market or the trading basically, right? So why it is important, what's in the average. So next one is, why is reversion imminent? Why is reversion happening? And if the market is supposed to trend in a particular way, say uptrend or downtrend, so why is there a need for reversals, why there is a need for pullbacks, why there is a need for corrections, why exactly. Okay, so why we will see. Then types of means for reversion, what kind of averages we look at for understanding reversion, and then channels, moving averages, and indicators, what basically are based on averages. So how can we apply this mean reversion on indicators, certain indicators as well? Okay, so we will see. So average from the perspective of trading is considered to be one of the most basic. Now, believe me when I say it, moving averages are the most effective and powerful indicators, right? These are the only thing that you can build on. Okay, apart from price action, if you want to learn anything else, okay, there are hundreds of types of moving averages. There is alma, there is dema, tema, uh, uh, exponential moving average, volume weighted moving average, uh, weighted moving average. There are so many forms of moving averages, and within those moving averages there are so many other variations and so many time frames that you can work on moving average is itself an ocean of indicator, I would say. And I'm not just going to talk about moving averages. Okay, mean reversion and moving averages, these are two different topics. Okay, I'm just talking about moving averages. Okay, so moving averages are most effective when you know how to use it. Okay, there are many moving averages, Hull moving averages, Alma is there, Arnold Lego. So there are so many moving averages which you can work with, and still you won't get bored, because every single moving average has its own utility, has its own power, its strength, but at the same time has its own caution as well. Okay, so everything is related to a caution. When I say it is a powerful indicator, it doesn't mean that it is free of errors, right? It is a foolproof indicator, absolutely not. There is no foolproof indicator in the market. And if somebody tells you that I've got this indicator, it is outstanding indicator, and its success rate is like 100%, then that person is basically the god, or he's lying. So he, nobody can be god, so basically he is lying. So that is the thing. They are powerful, yet you have to remember they are one of the most powerful methods. And every single moving average is so fantastic. If you get into learning every single moving average, na, there are so many Hull moving average. If you can see Alma, if you can see Dema, Tema, these are so beautiful when you apply it to the markets and you see them working. Okay, it is an experience. Next, we move on to why we need to understand. So the reason why moving averages are important is because they are also barometers. They are also, from a statistical and analytical point of view, very important. Okay, from statistical point of view, they provide us certain levels, and from analytical point of view, they provide us where we need to be looking at. So both these things, where exactly the price action is looking forward to go, right? So both these particular point of view provide us an insight of where to go, right? So this is the thing, why they are also called barometers, why they are also called the most important, most effective indicators as such. Now coming to the meaning of the average itself. Now this was a small definition of averages. Okay, moving averages. Now what exactly is moving an average? Okay, so average is basically called mean in mathematics. Okay, there is a slight difference between average and mean, but uh, you can use it synonymously. Next, you might have understood basic statistics in your high school, but I suppose nobody remembers it. I suppose, right? Because I also forgot, and I had to relearn it. So I suppose you can see the spreadsheet here. Can everybody see the screen right now of the spreadsheet? If yes, just comment on the box. Yes, you can see it or not. Okay. I've got yeses from previous question, I suppose. Can you see the screen of this Excel sheet as such? Okay. So let's suppose how the averages are built in the market. Okay. Yes, I got one yes. Thank God. Sure. So let's say I am counting the closing prices. Okay. I'll just write C for close, right? Closing prices of a particular stock. I'm understanding that stock or that particular security. Okay. So let's say it starts with a 85. Okay. It ends at 85 one day. The next day it ends at 87. Next day it ends at like closes at 83. Next it closes at 94. Say a bumper day for this particular stock 94. Then 90. Then 92. Then 87, something like that. Okay, so we have got 6, 6, and 7. Okay, we have got 7 entries. Next, we got like 87, then 89, then 84. Okay, how many have we got? 3, 3, 6, 3, 9. Okay, we have got 9, and let's say last it ends at somewhere around 90. Okay, good even number. Now, if I'm calculating the average itself of this particular price, I will have to move it because every day the closing price is getting updated. It is not the same. Okay. It is not like 85, 85, 83, 85, 85. Not, nothing is getting repeated. Okay. So I will have to change it every single day. But the problem is for the first days, if I'm counting at, say, for example, the first 7 days moving average. Okay. 7 days MA. Right, I'm counting 7 days MA for now. Yeah, I'm counting 7 days MA. So until these 7 days are completed, until I have the data for 7 days in my hand, I cannot calculate the moving average. Understood? So when you see the moving averages are coming out in a very orderly fashion, it is because the data is already there in the past. Okay, if you look at a very new stock that has just opened up, which has just been offered to the public, that is its IPO has come in, and you apply that moving average to that particular chart, it won't come. Okay, unless it is a very small, you know, in the period of the moving average, right? Like it is kept 3 or 2, then after 2 days only the moving average will start looking will coming on the screen. So here we have got 7 days moving average. Let's calculate how we do it in our beloved Excel. So we have got like a how we do average. Yes. Okay. I will select this, and 7 days I have got. Okay, one A2 to A8. That means I'm calculating the average itself. And when I enter it, I get this particular number 88.28. So when I will be seeing the price chart, on the seventh day, if I'm putting the period of the moving average to be 7 day moving average, then this price comes out to be 88. Understood? So this is the process of moving averages, how to calculate them. Now, how exactly did we get 88? So let's get into that as well. I do, yeah, I just do this. Then I add up everything because I want an average, right? So average is basically all the numbers in the set. This is a set, okay, divided by the number of elements in the set. So how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 days moving average. So we have got 7 elements, and let's enter it. We are getting the same number. Now this is basic mathematics. Now the good thing about basic mathematics is that we can always update it. Okay. Now this one will be 7 day moving average part 2. This will be 7 day moving average part 2. This is part 1. The first day we will see at 88. The price chart will show 88 moving average along with the price chart. The price chart is at 87, and the moving average is above the price, that is 88. So what it will be? It will be somewhat bearish if we can visualize it. But the next day, if I'm calculating 7 day moving average, let's see how it will be done. Okay, equal average, does not. Right. Okay. Yes. Okay, this one is great. Now, the moving average for the last 7 days. Where shall I start? On this day or on this day? Where exactly will I get? So let's calculate. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We just need 7 because it is a 7-day moving average. Understood? So we will exempt this 85. We will not calculate this 85. We will calculate 83. Sorry, A3. Okay, 87. We will start from 87. We will bring it. Okay. God. Yeah. We'll start at 87 and we'll bring it all the way till the current price, closing price. Then we will get the second part 2 moving average. Is somewhat nearer, right? 88.28. This is 88.85. Understood? So the price has improved by 2, then this also has improved somewhat by zero point 0.6. Understood? So this is why it is called a moving average, because the elements in the average are moving. Okay. The next day I will start from 83. The next day I will start from 84. Okay, and this will go on. That is why the moving average is also moving on the price chart. Every day, every single time frame, if you apply it on a 5-minute chart, if you apply on a 1-minute chart, a moving average, that is also getting updated every single time frame time. Okay, that is how this is calculated, this is made, and so we understood how. Okay, so yes, I suppose everybody could see it. Yes. Yeah, let me just restart the presentation. Okay, so this is how the average is, and we have just taken a recap of how averages are calculated. And if we are calculating moving averages, then what is the difference between a normal average which we calculated in back in high school and what exactly is being done in the market? How that moving average that you just put in as an indicator, what is going on in that indicator, that we must know what is the calculation in that indicator. Okay, so this is the calculation, it is getting updated every single day. Okay, so that is done. Now why there is a reversal? Now before we start this, I will just show you, okay, why there is a reversal. I will show you the chart so that you can relate to it. Okay. Yes. Okay, I suppose everyone can see the screen right now. Great. So let's say I take up something like JPY, right? So if I say that USD JPY yet, like right now, is an uptrend. Okay. Okay, I've done something here already. Good. Good for me. Now this one. Okay. So it is supposed to go in a trend, right? And if I'm telling that this is an uptrend, then why this particular anomaly is happening? I don't understand. Okay. Why this anomaly is seen in the market? Why this is happening? Why is this happening? Okay, this one is a sideways almost movement. Why has this happened? Okay, so why is this secondary pullbacks? Why is these are called basically corrections or pullbacks accordingly? And why is this happening? If it is supposed to go up, why doesn't it go straight like this line? Why is everything not simple in this life? Okay, why has it has to be complicated, right? So this is not complicated. This is the underlying forces of supply and demand. Very simple. Once the price moves up, okay, I'll just show you on this diagram only. I will not switch to the presentation itself. Okay, Is Azan happening? Great. So I suppose let us use this. Yeah. So the price moves up. Okay, the price moves up. Now there comes a point where the buyers have lost their power. Okay, to keep on buying. Understood. Now once you go into the market and you want say something for like example, say you want to buy chips. Okay, or you want to buy some vegetables. You buy vegetables. How much you need, that much you buy. But in the case of this particular case, like in the market, why do you buy a particular stock, or why do you buy a particular security? Because you think if you are buying, this particular thing is going to appreciate in value, that is, it is going to go up, right? But there comes a time you are also less on liquidity. Okay, and at that time there are certain people who will sell this particular security or this particular currency pair or whatever that is. Okay, it happens in every single thing that you can think of. Even in cryptocurrencies I can show you. Okay, so this again goes up because after a small rest, after running a marathon, this is the marathon, you are taking a rest right now. Okay, so you come back a little bit, you stay in the shade for some time, and then you find strength enough so as to go on a second adventure, go on a second marathon, right? Next, again it came down. Then this is also resting phase. Okay, because this is a consolidation phase. Next again it went up, then it has come down. Okay, this is the scenario, right? So you understand why these pullbacks are not just there in the market, but they are also important for the market. Okay. If everything is like a straight line, then the market would be so simple. Everybody would be a millionaire, right? Everybody would be a millionaire because if I will see something like this, I will just buy. Or if I see something like this, I will sell, right? I will sell. If the price movement is like this, I will just sell, right? So there has to be some form of a rest to the market. There has to be some form of a reversion, a retracement, a reversal. Anyhow it should happen. Okay, because it is healthy not only for the market but as for us as well. Otherwise there would be so many problems in understanding the market itself. Okay, next let's get on. Yeah. So why reverse? If you ask me that, sir, if the price action is moving above its moving average, then it is a bullish signal. Obviously, that everybody knows that if the price action is moving above its moving average or its average, say for example, any kind of a moving average, that is exponential moving average, weighted moving average, or volume weighted moving average, anything. Okay, so if it is moving above its moving average, then it is a bullish signal. Then why is there a need for it to come back, turn, and then turn bearish, right? So it is true. Yes, mean reversion something doesn't sometimes doesn't make sense to a lot of people. But what if you imagine your own self? Okay, because human nature is what is the market, right? The market is itself a depiction of human nature. Okay. Now, this is a sentence that I would say is one of the most biggest takeaways that you can take away from me right now. That market is an extension of human nature. Okay. And this is such a beautiful line. When you come across its meaning, the statement's meaning, that market is an extension, or it's a depiction, or it is a representation of human nature, then you will understand the market a little better. Okay, because you just have to look inside in order to understand the market. Okay, so mean reversion is just like coming back home after a long day's work. Yeah, or if you're running a marathon, and if you're running a uptrend, there has to be sometimes when you have to slow down your pace, when you have to sit down for some time, right? Now it may sound funny or something, doesn't make sense wala baat aa jata hai yahan pe, but it is absolutely true. Okay, the next thing is that the more pragmatic answer, the more you know obvious answer that I just showed you, is that the price action reversing to its mean is the play of the underlying forces of supply and demand. Okay, buyers बाय करते करते थक जाएंगे, ठीक है, थोड़ा सा रेस्ट लेंगे, तो सप्लाई आएगी थोड़ी सी, राइट, बिकॉज एवरीबडी वांट्स टू सेल, बिकॉज एवरी टाइम द बाइंग एंड सेलिंग इज गोइंग ऑन इन द मार्केट, nothing is stopping, especially a liquid market, right? If it is not liquid, then there is another case. We are talking about extremely liquid markets, okay? So if it is a liquid asset, a security, जहाँ पे बाइंग सेलिंग हो रही है, राइट, तो एक समय ऐसा आता है कि जब बाइंग बाइंग वाले बायर्स भी थक जाते हैं, तो रुक जाते हैं, ठीक है, फिर बेयर्स थोड़ा सा एक्शन दिखाते हैं अपना, फिर बायर्स को लगता है यस अगेन हमको इसको फिर से पुशअप करना चाहिए, अभी हमारे पास लिक्विडिटी और है, देन अगेन दे पुश इट अप, right? So this is what is happening in the market, correct? So price action reversing is completely normal, and I would just add on, rather, the price action reversing has to be there. It is essential to the market, okay? Otherwise the market will become just like a bet, a speculation, right? Price action won't be so logical as it is, understood? It won't be a depiction of human nature, right? So this is how reversal and this is how mean reversion basically means, and why mean reversion is possible, right? Next, we move on types of means. What are the types of means? I've just talked about the moving averages throughout till now, but you will see that there is another form of a moving average, not moving average exactly, but a level which might act as a mean. Now, when I say mean, it doesn't mean I am mean or somebody is mean. It is the average mean. Okay. So don't understand in that form. Okay. Yeah. So the next form can be a parallel range, can be a trading range, can be a retracement levels, retracement wala levels which we use. That can also be the case of a mean. Then supply and demand zones, pivots can be a mean. Then multiple types of moving averages. Now moving averages itself is a discussion which will take hours and hours, days and days and weeks. Even then there will be something remaining. Okay. That is how vast moving averages are. It is not just simple. Okay, when you put up moving average on your chart, you will just see SMA or EMA or WMA, all these things. But there are so many moving averages, you won't even believe me when I say it. Okay, and today I'm going to just show you reversion, that we will be having channels and using indicators we will do. Okay, indicators largely moving averages. Understood? So these are the two types. This we will do later on. I think we have got time enough. Yeah, we have got time enough. So really, really amazing. Wash hands. What happened, Kalpesh? Wash hands. Okay. So let's wash hands and start the chart. Okay. Thank you very much, Adil. I hope you're learning something from this particular live stream today. So yeah, back again on the chart. Now let's use something which is called an indicator, which I used very, very, you know, moving average. I use it, you know, very restrictively. I don't like indicators as such. This might be one of the reasons why somebody would say that you don't make sense many a times. But indeed, it has helped me understand a lot of things about the market itself, the nature of it, right? So here we have got a simple moving average. If you can see, this MA is basically simple moving average, which we did just now. जो भी हमने एक्सेल पे कैलकुलेशन किया ना, वही कैलकुलेशन ये करता है. एंड इफ यू गो ऑल द वे बैक, दिस इज अ 10 डे मूविंग एवरेज. कितना डेटा है भाई, खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा है ये तो. ओके, देयर इज सो मेनी थिंग्स. लेट्स सी वेयर इट विल एंड. अच्छा, यहाँ पे ठीक है. सो यू कैन सी, अभी इसमें तो दिख नहीं रहा है, बट वी विल जस्ट टेक अप समथिंग एल्स which is relatively new. Okay, this one is relatively new. Let's see where we will start. We will stop at. Yeah. So this is daily. So you can see, right? There was some delay in the moving average. Okay. It did not appear until this candle had these many candles had been formed. Okay. I suppose these are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 7, 8, 9. Okay, nine candles are there. So this was the 10th candle, and that day we got our first point on the moving average line, right? So this delay is because we need data, previous data to work on. Okay, so yeah, so this is a simple moving average. The period selected is 10, and why, where the mean reversion is happening, sir? How it is basically happening? Or let's just change this particular thing. Not very good. Yeah, this one. Oh my god, I've done so many things on this already. Okay, so we have got a little bit of moving average. Let's span it a little bit more. Let's select 30-day moving average so that you can see better. Okay, this one is good. Okay, now you will see that whenever the price goes down, it reaches a point. In this case, it is going down, which means the sellers are now getting exhausted, just like me. Okay, so the sellers are getting exhausted right here. Okay, and this is a, I would say, a previous level also. It might be a pivot also. There might be multiple cases of support at this region. Okay, where we can basically justify that this level is a region of support, right? It comes all the way and then it reverses towards where, to its mean, na? To its mean. First it reaches this point and then it crosses above it, which is also called a crossover, and then it goes all the way diverging from this particular line, this moving average line. It is bullish all the way up, then it comes, slows down, and then it comes down to the moving average. Then it goes down, then it comes back up, then it goes up, then it comes back down to the moving average. Multiple times this case happens. Okay, and looking at this, you can consider that only a single indicator can give me so many signals. A single indicator, not to put in thousands of indicators, RSI, MACD, Bollinger Band, GA, wo, okay? So many indicators, yet no making sense of it, right? A single indicator and we can make so much sense out of it, right? How to make sense out of it, you might ask. This is a breakout, this is a false breakout, this is a failed breakout. Okay, fail, this is fail, but this is pass. When it passes, what do? You buy, and then you end up getting some money. This is a proper breakdown. Okay, if you will see, this is a cross under, but looking at this green candle, you might say, sir, ये तो थोड़ा सा false लग रहा था. But this candle, look at this candle itself. It looks such. What does it look like, right? This candle, this red candle. What does this candle look like? Just comment on the chat box. I hope I had been a good enough teacher for you guys to remember this point, right? This looks like a very strong bearish candle, na? So even if the price went up, it was within its range only. Okay, the price was not able to break all the way above this high, right? That is why it continued all the way down, right? It continued. So single particular candle, a single indicator can show me so many things. So when the price diverges, this word is very important. You might have seen this word in one of the most favorite indicators, that is MACD. MACD's full name, it stands for moving average convergence divergence, isn't it? So moving average, when it converges with the price, that means it is coming near. What is a divergence then? This is a divergence. Line is here and these two are moving apart from each other. Okay, जुदाई हो रही है दोनों की, ठीक है, बेसिकली बात करें तो एकदम, है ना, तो ये जुदाई को हम डाइवर्जेंस बोलते हैं और मिलने को, ठीक है, कन्वर्जेंस बोलते हैं, ठीक है। तो ये काफी ऐसा रोमांटिक सा हो गया है, खैर ठीक है, चलेगा, as long as it is easy to understand we can use as much things as we want, right? So yeah, see divergence जब हो रहा है, then we can see and we can hope that there will come a point when the prices will reverse and it will come to its mean, to its average. This is moving average wala idea, right? Now if we move on to our another part of understanding this, whenever we have a ranging market, okay, say if we have a ranging market like this is a ranging market, exactly, this is a uptrending ranging market, this is a downtrending ranging market, okay, and we can draw the parallel channel in both the cases. If it's better if I take this one point or else it won't make sense, right? So look at this, okay, this is a proper parallel channel, it is called a parallel channel, okay, just like a trend line but multiple trend line. So you might see that we have got two solid lines on the border, right, and one dotted line in the middle, okay. So you see two solid lines on the outside outskirts and we see a dotted line in the middle. Now when we say, it is not exactly upon the definition of mean, but we can say this middle line can be considered as a mean, right? This is very very accurate. So let's see why this mean is acting as a support multiple times, right? Multiple times this mean has acted as a support. If you can't see, then I will just highlight it for you where it has acted as a support. This point multiple times, I will run out of arrows. So many times it has acted as support. This one was false breakout. Let's not consider that. Okay. This one, I will run out of arrows. So means are not just reversal points, right? They can be great confirmation points whether the bearishness will continue or whether it will touch it as a support, it will act and the price will move the way it was moving previously, right? So this is reversion at its best. Now at this point, it broke down and it went all the way down, and this was acting as a support. This was acting as a support. This was acting as a support, and this one. Now the good thing is this middle line, which was acting as a support from a very very long time, now it will act as a resistance. Okay, now it will act as a resistance. It won't let the price action move above. Okay, choppy market goes down. Okay, this is a breakout. This is a proper breakout. Many people would have taken, if you can see, many people would have taken a good buy trade also in this case, because this is a good breakout. This is not a false breakout. I won't tell you that this is a false breakout. I myself would consider it as a good breakout point, right? Because it is very good, very strong candle. But what is happening in the end? The whole consolidation. And when you see this consolidation, it's time to stay away, okay, and wait, right? So we wait and then we see a continuation. Again, this support extremely important to note. This also acts as a support, right? And then here the price breaks it, okay, and the price goes down, right? Now all these things we did. Let's see the recent case. Recent case is this one. थोड़ा सा भद्दा है अभी का मार्केट, ये थोड़ा सा बनाने जमेगा नहीं पैरेलल चैनल, but still we will try. Okay, this one, this one, and let's say this one. Okay, now you can see how this middle lane is acting as a support level. Okay, the prices touch this, reverse, the prices may continue. Okay, you have to wait that whether the breakout is true or not, but mota mota broadly this is acting as a support, isn't it? This is acting as a resistance. Obviously the middle line is also acting as a mean. Understood? Now recently we have seen a very good movement above, right, because of certain uh, technique, some certain fundamental factors. Now if I'm completely purely working with technical factors, I'm not even looking at BBC, I'm not looking at news as well. What I can predict right now, according to mean reversion theory, is that this has taken a support here in the mean region. Now I would consider this mean not as a level but as a region, as a zone, and it has taken a support very well. This technical and you know this particular concept works in the market. Okay, although it might seem like sir हो गया खत्म हो गई कहानी, ये तो मीन के नीचे चला गया, अब तो और नीचे जाना है. But I will wait na for the next day. And the next day was bomb blast. Okay. Next day was a complete explosion of upward movement, and it is continuing yet. Today the volatility right now is low, but I expect it to increase. Okay. Short term I would expect it to increase, especially when today's elections result come out. Okay. Late in the maybe tomorrow, right? So till tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning, you will see a candle which is highly volatile, I suppose, right? So this is the case. Even if I'm not looking at the news, I know that this is in a very important zone right now, based on a very basic diagram that I made right here. Okay. So this is how mean reversion works. Okay. And it works wonderfully. Okay. Now there is one of the most beloved indicators, I would say, of mine. It is none other than Bollinger Bands, right? Now you might consider कि Bollinger Bands है थोड़ा सा जुना हो गया है, पुराना कहानी है इसकी, बट ये बहुत काम की चीज़ है Bollinger Bands, ठीक है? ये बहुत काम की चीज़ है बिकॉज़ ये हमको मीन रिवर्जन भी नहीं बताता है, ये हमको बताता है कहाँ तक जाएगा ऊपर, ठीक है? When the price action is diverging from the moving average, the price action is diverging, say for example यहाँ पे डाइवर्ज कर रहा है ना, तो ये कहाँ तक, इसकी कैपेसिटी कहाँ तक है जाने की, that is told by these upper bands and lower bands. Okay, look at this. The first day, second day, there was a huge upward movement. So I knew कि maximum ये यहाँ तक जाएगा, right? 4139, and the high was 4110. 29 pips up it is showing. It is showing at that accuracy level, right? So ये एक चीज है जो मीन रिवर्जन पे बेस्ड है, बिकॉज इसका जो बेसिस लाइन बोलते हैं बोलिंजर बैंड का, द बेसिस लाइन ऑफ द बोलिंजर बैंड, this this middle wala red line. Okay, this red line is nothing but a moving average. Okay, understood? So this has been a wonderful session, I suppose, everyone. We are also taking care of hygiene. So somebody has put in the chat box, our very beloved Kalpesh ji has put in wash hands. I don't know what that means, but I suppose कोई अच्छा ही बात करके गए, so that is good. Everybody wash your hands, right? And keep yourself updated. Keep coming to the live streams and enjoying the knowledge along with me, enjoying the markets, understanding the markets. And till next time, I suppose one of the things was remaining, but I showed you in the Bollinger Bands, one of the slides was remaining, right? So no worries about it. Thank you very much for joining in today, and happy trading, guys. Goodbye.